Does your attic look like this, or this, or this? Do you feel drafty, cold air in your house during the winter? Well, today we're going to be doing attic air sealing. And all you really need for this job is some sort of spray foam. Here I'm using a professional spray foam gun with a can on top, but you can use canned spray foam that you find at the hardware store. You might also use some caulk and possibly some sort of styrofoam to block large holes. I used a pool noodle that I had cut in half, as you'll see later on in the video. And what you want to do is spray foam all the cracks that are along the walls and where wires come through, around light fixtures, and any type of penetration that comes through the attic. And the better you can get this air sealed, the more efficient your house will be, because all year long your house is leaking air up into the attic. And it doesn't matter how much insulation you have, it reduces the effectiveness of the insulation and adds to your utility bill. In order to do this job, you're going to have to crawl up in your attic, and it's going to get dirty. And I had to move some of this very thin insulation out of the way in order to do this air sealing. If you have blown-in insulation, you could use a snow shovel or something like that to move the insulation out of the way. But I had very inadequate insulation for this project. So after air sealing, I put the thin insulation back in place and then added an R30 on top of it. And it actually needs even more than that. You'll see that later on in the video. What I'm showing here right now is where the fireplace comes up through the attic. And this was a source of very substantial draftiness during the winter. The air would just pour through the mantle of the fireplace down in the family room. And so this is fire rated spray foam, but this brick doesn't get hot right here. This is way far away from the chimney flue. You really want to be meticulous about this. As you can see here, I spray foamed all along each brick and inside the holes of each brick, and cut a pool noodle and shoved it in the big gaps and spray foamed around that. You really need a perfect air seal, or as perfect as you can get it. The more, the better. And here what you'll see is spray foaming around plumbing penetrations and also the vent for the hood over the range. And these were all spray foamed in place and made a good air seal. In order to make sure you got every little crack, turn off your light once in a while and see if you can see daylight streaming through. If you can't, you probably got a good air seal. And after you've spray foamed or caulked every single little penetration that you can find coming through the attic, you roll out your new insulation and it should look something like this. And you want to make sure here in this last picture you can see, use the baffles on the ends of each rafter there so that the airflow can still be maintained and you don't block off the airflow. That's critical. If you find this kind of content helpful, please like and subscribe. And always, thank you for watching.